Welcome back, everyone, to the Produce Industry Podcast. We are live streaming, everyone. That's right, on YouTube and Facebook today. It is sponsorship month at the Produce Industry Podcast. So we are honoring all of our sponsors who have been a part of the podcast either since day one or just signed up a month ago. So today we have a very special guest on the line. We've got some products here that we're going to try. We have John Greene Logistics Company as well as Greene Transport. Now, I met Maddie Fisher on a virtual call. I think in either the PMA or the United Fresh Trade Show, the virtual shows last year. And since then, we have been having some fun, coming up with some ideas and partnering together, even on the podcast. So today is March 17th. 2021. That's right. I'm coming to you live from Tampa, Florida, and I'm very excited. I got my Greene Lucky shirt on. I've got some cool Greene things to talk about today, some Greene things to try. As one of our guests said off the mic, he said, the only thing we're missing is Greene beer. We'll talk about that in a second. I don't think we're going to miss that, as well as many other things that we are going to have today. So first, we are going to have Maddie Fisher, who is the marketing manager at John Greene Logistics, as well as Michael Fernandez, who is the director of sales, who's going to come in, talk a little bit about some of that 60-year history of John Greene and some of these products that are delivered to some of your local grocery stores. So this is our second live stream. We, again, are on YouTube and Facebook Live right now, processing through Restream. So thank you so much for joining. So let's go ahead and I would say we'll dial her in. Maddie Fisher from John Greene Logistics.
Hi,
Maddie,
hey, Patrick.
Oh,
how's it going?
Good. I love the background. I always keep telling you, I love the colors of John Greene Logistics. It matches my Jeep Wrangler as well. I keep saying it matches my cup that you sent me, everything. But I appreciate you getting on the line today. I know we have had it scheduled for about a month now, and we were trying to figure out how to put you in sponsorship month because there was only 5 Mondays. So we were like, all right, live stream. We're going to go live. So that's what we're doing right now. We've come up with a couple things to do today. But first of all, I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself as well as tell the people that are watching and listening about the contest giveaway.
Awesome. Well, my name is Maddie Fisher, and I'm the social media manager for JGLC and Greene Transport Company. And today, we also sponsor Patrick's show, the Produce Industry Podcast, and we're going to be the only logistics sponsor for the whole year with them. So we're really excited about that. And so we have a contest going on, and I've got some names. We'll do that later, but they have a chance to win our JGLC Yeti that Patrick has as well, and one of our squeezies, our little semi-truck squeezies, JGLC.
So what do we have to do to, or what do our listeners have to do to enter into that contest to see if they can win some of these items?
So they had to like our pages, JGLC, the Produce Industry Podcast, like the post, and share it.
Oh, do they still have time?
What?
Do they still have time?
If they want to, maybe, is there a chat? Can we see a chat going on?
We can see a chat on YouTube and Facebook, which I can see. So all they have to do is enter into the chat as well, and subscribe to the Produce Industry Show too as well. That can be the same as subscribing to the podcast. It's one of the other because we put them all there. So if you'd like to put your name, information in the chat box, we can get to you. We can chat with you. We can actually answer any questions that anybody might have as well. So if you have any questions for Maddie, please enter them in. If you have any questions about John Greene Logistics, what they do, please put them in the chat and we will get to answering all of your questions. So Maddie, before we bring on Michael though too, we got to chat because we came up with something to do, which we're going to try right after we talk to Michael. And you had me pick up a couple items from, the grocery store. I picked these up from Publix last night. And then I had you pick up some items because we figured we're going to have a little bit of fun and trying some fresh produce while we're on the show today. So I got an avocado, some fresh okra, some harvest snaps, and this cool avocado. So there's two of these I haven't tried. Okay, two of them I haven't tried. So I'm really interested. This one I've heard about, this Greene tropical avocado. I've never tried fresh okra in my life. No, in my life.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Like. I don't know what
I've tried a lot of produce, so it was hard for me to decide which ones to do. And you always make those funny videos. And then we transport mainly fresh produce. So why not just try a bunch of different produce from...
And what did you pick up?
So I picked up, and I'm so interested to try this, so excited. This is the Sumo citrus that you've tried. You made a hilarious video. It's super quick. If you haven't watched it, you have to watch it the whole way through. So I'm super excited to try this, but since I did watch your video, I brought extra paper towels because I know what happened in yours. Prepared. And then I also have this dragon fruit.
Oh.
So I've never tried dragon fruit. I'm super excited about it. And then you also had me pick up, this is your choice, these harvest snaps, but I have different ones, so they're little, I think these are their new ones. Yeah. So this is their new brand. It's tangy sweet chili, which I'm excited to try. And yeah, that's what I have.
I brought some things to wash it down with too. Like I brought some strawberries and some extra things just in case my taste buds don't like any of these. And I'm sorry if these are your products, but you know, the taste bud wants what the taste bud wants. So I can't wait to do this next. So let's get into John Greene Logistics though. We're going to bring Michael Fernandez on the line. So 60 years, people in business. John Greene Logistics has been around. I was just introduced by John Greene Logistics just this last year, as I talked about in the beginning of the show. You don't really understand who's here until you meet them, until the opportunity arises, and that's what's so crazy. And Maddie's right. John Greene Logistics is our official logistics sponsor of 2021, and we represented them because one, we'll say Maddie is very diligent in the way she does business and saying, hey, this is what we want. This is where we're going to negotiate. So that's what we decided to do. And we felt that it was a good choice. Now, Michael, and I want to introduce him, Mr. Michael Fernandez, Director of Sales. There he is, bringing him in loud and clear. We're going to change the screen up a little bit. Michael, we're bringing you in now because we're here to talk, downright straight logistics. Some of these items, man, I picked up from Publix, actually all of them. I know you guys haul into a lot of great retailers, a lot of good people, being around for 60 years, man. And I know logistics because I ship produce every week. I know it's FOB, but it's every week. I know how hard it can be. Talk to me a little bit about this, man, because I know what you guys are doing, and I know what I support with you. But how can we show the industry what you're doing out there?
It's well, this year definitely was a little tough with COVID and all of that happened. We are asset based. We were growing our fleet, and I tend to have another 20 to 30 power units, and then COVID hit, so it kind of held us back a bit. But our customers that we work with on a regular basis kind of leaned more on us. As you all know, that the trucking industry, the skyrocketed the rates. So our current customers, we pretty much handle all of Publix. We've been working with Publix, I believe, for 15 years now. It was definitely a challenging time organizing everything and trying to keep up with the demand and supply to the chain stores that we work with.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I love Publix, and I come from California, and trust me, I talked about this with all my friends too, because I'll tell them, in California, there's Save Mart, you know what I mean, right? There's a couple stores that you go to, and like Publix, I feel is like one of the nicest stores when you go into them. Yes, I've been to Sprouts. Yes, I've been to Aldi's, but it's so interesting that the variety of produce, and then obviously their displays. It's like the cleanest store, and I tell like all my friends in California, I'm like, man, if Publix was out there, I was like, you guys would never shop anywhere else. And you can also get a lot of good produce there. It's fresh all the time. And we're not going off on promoting Publix, but they do a darn good job, Michael. I mean, so if you guys are the back end of hauling that in there, you're keeping the cold chain as it needs to be to make sure the produce is delivering to the warehouses properly. And then obviously they're doing the right cold chain to get it out on the shelves, because obviously every time I get a piece of produce, I mean, it's as fresh as can be. So that's what I love. So, Michael, quick question. Do you know what, actually how many varieties of produce that John Greene Logistics actually handles?
Oof.
I know.
We'd have to
Tough one.
say that's a good one. Yeah, there's a lot. We pretty much ship anything that's refrigerated. It was well over probably I'd say about a good 500 plus different varieties of produce. Yeah, it's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly amount. I'd have to Google that and check and see.
Yeah, well, listen, do you haul berries?
Yeah, strawberries.
Okay.
We do a lot of business with Driscoll's. Strawberries, watermelons, papayas, mangoes, bananas. Pretty much anything that's produce related.
I love it. I love it. I have to ask. I mean, that's one of my off the hook questions. I always tell Maddie I will find a question some way, somehow. But it is interesting because a lot of logistics companies, they haul a lot, right? I mean, they do white glove service with either, medical equipment. Normally, some of those don't cross over. It depends. They might have a different department to do that. So I always ask, like, are you just produce? How many produce items do you haul? Because I always love some of these produce brokers. They're emailing the heck out of you, and you find out their core business is moving race cars from Nevada to New Jersey, and it's important that everybody knows that you're committed to hauling fresh produce as well, because that is a big thing when we're talking to logistics brokers. And obviously you guys are asset based, so they're your trucks. But when we talk to people, it's like we want to make sure that you're in it to win it, like we are in the produce industry, right? We want to make sure that Michael knows that if we say the reefer temp needs to be at 38 to 40 degrees for citrus, that he's going to know why, not just, great, we got another customer blipping his head off at us, right? I mean, don't you get it all the time, don't you?
Oh yeah, we do. It's interesting. Like I said, we've been around since the 60s, and primarily we started as a produce carrier, and we pretty much specialize in produce. Over the years, we did expand. We do a little bit of flatbed, some dry freight. We started getting into the drayage world, but that's a whole different ball game. But also it's refrigerated drayage, so it's definitely entertaining. And as long as everybody's eating their fruits and vegetables, I feel secure about my job.
You feel like you're delivering to the rest of the world. So listen, exactly. It's St. Patty's Day. I'm wearing my green. You're wearing your green. Maddie's got her green represented. We got the background of JGLC represented.
And green
is the name John Greene as well. I mean, you got to love that. You got to love the symbolic nature of it being St. Patty's Day. We're all wearing green. We got green produce items, except for our friend, the sumo. But everything's green. I mean, I do love that. I think that was again, I'll give Maddie the shout out on that. Great coordination on Maddie, how we did this for St. Patty's Day. Everybody wearing green. Boom, boom, boom. It all kind of worked out as good as it can get, right? So, Michael, listen, man, I appreciate you jumping on with us today. Maddie and I are going to get into trying some of these produce items. We appreciate John Greene Logistics being a sponsor and partner of the podcast. Everybody, Michael Fernandez, thank you so much for coming on today,
man. Thank you for having me. Have a great day.
All right, Maddie, it's back to us, okay? And
yes, before we get into that, Michael and we wanted to tell them about, you'll be there too. Do you want to?
Oh, you know what? You're right. So Michael's going to be at Viva Fresh. And, everybody, this is our live show. I have my notes next to me, and I have the trade shows listed in a couple layers down. But so Viva Fresh is next week, everyone. John Greene Logistics is going to be there. Michael Fernandez is going to be there. So please reach out to John Greene Logistics. Reach out in the chat if you need to. We will put his email in the chat as well. But please reach out to him. And then SEPC, Southeast Produce Council. Maddie, I believe you and Michael are going to be there.
Yes, we will be there, and we are excited to finally meet you in person, which is so weird because I just feel like I've known you forever. Already.
I know, it's crazy. I have my Armageddon poster on the wall here that was for the Produce Industry Podcast. I laugh now every time I see that when I come into my office. But yeah, I'll be there as well. I'm speaking at one of the education sessions in the morning, April 7th. And I'm talking about the millennial boom, talking about my book, talking about really changing the industry. And that's something we talk about too all the time is millennials, we're between the ages of 20 and 40. And it's kind of the point where it's either let's move on or we're moving out. Like, come on, what are we doing here? So I'm looking forward to talking to the produce industry about, millennials, boomers, Gen X, Gen Z, all of the generations, because I think it's important that we take a little bit of education from each of those generations and really leave it in a legacy and keep building and moving forward.
Absolutely. We're taking over.
So it's crazy though, it's that we're traveling to Orlando to go see each other, right? It's like, that's what I tell some people, like you just said, some people I met during the pandemic, we're all traveling now to Orlando to see each other. And back before it was like, you would just call and say, hey, I'm going to come visit you. And sometimes it just doesn't work like that right now. You know what I mean?
I know. So it'll be fun to see everybody. So we'll be there.
I agree. I think it's going to be great. Everybody, I live in Tampa, Florida. There's just one Super Bowl. Like, I just drove down a bunch of places last night coming home, and there's places open everywhere. I came back from Orlando last night, and I totally, I'm so into actually working. Let's be real, everyone. March 13th, I had my third baby. I can't believe I didn't even bring that up. I'm so focused on this is like my one and only task to do this week was to do this interview. But my baby girl was born March 13th on Saturday, 1:52 p.m., 8.2 pounds, 19 inches long. She is the cutest thing ever, everyone. I'm so happy that I get to be at home and chill at home with her for the next week. But again, everybody, Florida's open. So when you get down here for SCPC, you might have to wear your masks indoors and a few other events, but get ready for handshakes and hugs, right, Maddie? That's what I keep telling everybody. Handshakes and hugs. All right. Well, let's get down to this. I got to move over a little bit here so we can see some of these items. I'm going to give the lady the floor here because I'm scared. So what do you want to try? What do you want to try first?
Okay, so I think I really want to try this first.
The dragon fruit, yellow flesh dragon fruit too.
But I don't know how to eat this because
I think you cut it in half.
I brought a knife.
Listen, check. Cut it straight in half. Yeah, cut it straight in half. Show us what it looks like. And then just cut the middle out. Don't eat the skin. I don't think you eat the skin. I've only had a pink one.
Cut it
try the inside. I wish we would have seen you cutting this thing. Let's see what this thing looks like inside. Oh, look at that.
It's very seedy.
I told you it's like seeded strawberry on juice. You know what I mean? Looks like Niels Goldschmidt is in the that's actually our fancy partner, Mr. Terra Exports over here. They sell the dragon fruit, everyone. So Niels Goldschmidt, if you're looking for dragon fruit, that's yellow flesh dragon fruit. Am I right, Niels? But Terra Export carries that. So that's awesome. Thanks, Niels. Let's see. What do you got? All right. Oh, listen, I tried the pink one. You just got to go for it and just don't expect anything, okay? Don't expect anything. Just
I don't even know what to expect.
Let it go. Let's see this. Maybe. What do you think?
That's really interesting.
Oh, I love it. It's really interesting.
That is really interesting. Honestly, it's really juicy. It's got a good flavor, but it's not too sweet. And I like that. I like that it's like not too sweet.
Okay.
But it was super easy to cut into and just open, but it's kind of got a sour taste afterwards. Is that normal? Is it
like, what is what is it? What could it compare to? What fruits is this dragon fruit? Is it like a strawberry, mango, watermelon mixed together? What is it like?
Well, it's very seedy. So you have, the seeds in there, and then it's very juicy.
Like very juicy. So we got a very juicy dragon fruit is what you're telling me.
Yeah. And I told you earlier, I really just started getting into fruits like this past year because I'm a diabetic, and they kind of always told us like, you can't really eat fruit. There's too much sugar. And that's not really true. So I'm just learning, about different fruits and trying new fruits. But I would buy this.
Hey, well, listen, Neil's just put in the chat. He said, Maddie, if you eat 2 of them, and then he put a poop emoji. So he said, be careful with eating the dragon fruit. He said, eat 2 of them and see what happens. So let's cut the dragon fruit out for a second, unless you need a bio break. So cut the dragon fruit out.
That's good. I'll save the rest.
Which one do you want me to try? What do you think? You want me to do the okra, don't you?
I want you to go all in with the okra.
My sister-in-law was telling me the stuff needs to be cooked, and I said no. I said Maddie wants me to go fresh okra, So I
can
have
eat it
fresh
raw.
okra right here by Piro Family Farms, fresh wrapped okra. Shout out to Piro Family Farms. What the heck? Like, what the, like, there's no smell. There's no smell at all to this, Maddie.
So when you cook it, it gets like super slimy. I've had that. And then also,
got a
I wonder
witch's
if it's
finger.
slimy raw. And then fried is really good, obviously. But you've eaten so much produce that I didn't know what to pick.
Okay, so what's in? Okay, so which do I don't eat that in. That's the butt.
Yeah, probably not. You could just cut that. You could probably just take a bite like a carrot. Do it.
All right, everyone. First time ever trying okra. Listen, I'm probably getting laughed at by people because they're probably like, you're supposed to cook that. You're not supposed to do it fresh.
It's from a plant. You can eat it.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know it would taste like this. It's actually not bad. It definitely tastes like a root for sure. It is a root, isn't it?
Is it crunchy?
It's definitely crunchy, yeah.
I couldn't hear the crunch when you bit into it. You might need to take another bite.
Oh, man. All right, hold on.
There it is.
Oh. This is horrible, everyone. I'm just kidding. This is fresh. I would need this with a little bit of ranch or something.
Yeah, some ranch.
Fresh. Like celery. Very fresh. Very fresh. I'm not even going to finish this. It's so fresh. I'm going to put it right back in the fridge. Piro Family Farms. Listen, good fresh okra. I did not know it was going to taste like this. I think tonight we're going to go ahead and fry some of these up and see how they taste with a little bit of seasoning on it. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Cleanse the palate.
That'll be really good.
All right. So how about next we go ahead and I want you to try the harvest snaps.
Okay.
So, Maddie, I don't know if you probably have, but on my YouTube channel, which you could be on right now, we tried some of these harvest snap. We had like 8 to 9 different kinds. Me and my son tried them. I'm trying to get them on the show because I think they'd be a cool I would think that'd be a cool chat to have. I mean, look at these things. These are in the produce department. If you're trying to find ways to get into the produce department besides the normal way, these people are in the produce department, and it's produce. It literally is. So
yeah, if you just want like, a little snack and you're not, you don't feel guilty about, it's not a bag of chips. So this is definitely a good way to go. And they have so many different kinds of these. And this is their
so many different kinds. Look at this. Look at that. That's how many different kinds. A lot. So
a lot.
A lot.
And then
we've got the crunchins.
They're just little rings. Tangy.
Okay.
I don't know why I grabbed this one because I'm like not good with heat, but it's not too hot. This is good. I like these.
Good.
I'm not bringing these home. That means I like them.
Oh,
they're really good. They need to be really good.
It smells like Olive Garden in this bag. And you know what they say about Olive Garden? When you're there, you're family. So it smells like family in this bag. I don't know.
Is your family Italian?
I haven't had the Parmesan. Let's see. These are good. Hands down, these are way better than the bag of potato chips.
They're so good. They really are. They really are. I love them.
Parmesan roasted garlic. Like,
they're a little spicy.
Woo! I'm not gonna lie, I'd rather have yours. Those were not in the Publix that I went to. But these are green pea snacks. Yours are the same. These are made from the savory crunch.
They're from the same.
All. Since green peas and the first ingredients. Harvest snaps turns farm picked vegetables into pure deliciousness. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they have a whole shelf of them on the bottom of like the produce. And then if you turn around, that's where these were, under the tomatoes.
I think they're really good.
They just look all around because they're really everywhere in different spots. So they're
on
good.
the bottom. They're on the bottom racks. They're underneath the produce, everyone. Underneath the produce. Okay.
We're good.
So
I recommend.
I highly recommend. If I was gonna pick fresh okra or harvest snaps, Survey says harvest snaps. Hold on.
That's what you pick.
I like these. These are good. All right. So my next item is between obviously my harvest snaps, which I just tried, and I'm going to try the sumo with you because we're going to do this together.
Yeah.
So what do you have left? You have the sumo left?
That's it.
All right. So it looks like I am doing I've never had an avocado that looks like this before. This is from Brooks Tropical, the Slim Cado. I am very intimidated by these when I see these, Maddie, in the store. Seriously, when I look at these, I go right for the black ones, the little tiny ones,
Yeah.
the Mission avocados, the Terra Exports avocados, right? The who's the other one? The avocados from Mexico you see, right? Those are the ones I pick up in the store. When I see this, I'm like,
That's too big.
what are we doing here?
Is it ripe? I mean,
We're addressing an elephant in the room. Look at this thing.
it's huge.
I mean, it is. So
I saw those too.
it scared me a little bit, but I was like, I've never tried it, so I got my knife. I'm an avocado fiend, everybody.
Oh wow, that cut really easily.
It helps when your knife is somewhat sharp. Okay, my favorite. Oh my God, that is the biggest pit I've seen. But you know what? We're not even gonna mess with this on live and go. We're gonna go right for this one. Look at this, everyone.
That's like ready to go.
We're gonna find out. Listen, we're gonna.
When you went to the store to like see if it was ripe.
No, I just picked one because I was scared.
Are they mushy when you picked it up?
No, it's not mushy at all. It's like not firm, but not mushy. You know what I mean? All right, I did the quad, and you know me, I love avocados. I mean, you put an avocado in front of me. I mean, let's be real here. All right, this better taste as good as a regular or real avocado. Seriously, I'm gonna lose my mind. I've never thrown an avocado away. You know what I mean? All right, hands down, that's good.
Is it ripe?
It's good. Yeah, it's right. Look at that.
So that's really interesting how green it is, and that it's ripe and ready to go.
Right out.
Yeah.
A little salt and pepper. I mean, for my taste, but man, I love avocado. I just love avocado.
That can be your baby's first food.
Oh, it might be. Shout out to Niels. I know Niels Goldschmidt's on watching us as well from Facebook. Terra Exports, huge avocado exporter as well, everyone, and importer. So check them out. I don't know, Niels, if you guys do these Bahama Mamas. I mean, these guys are crazy. Like, all right, I don't want to be eating avocado all day. I'll do it. Jeez Louise. All right, Maddie. Last but never the least is this is a sumo. Obviously, sumo is the brand. The orange is actually called a Deco Palm. It's actually a tangerine variety. They're all over the place. There's a few different brands that are out there, but sumo is one of the main brands that you actually see. So do you know, and I know you've never tried this before.
No, I've never tried it.
All right, so when you see this in the store, what are you thinking?
It's intimidating because maybe this, and it's really big. But when I picked it up, like, I mean, there's a lot of skin in here, like around it, but it's like mushy, so I know it's juicy.
Oh, all right. So look,
these things are huge. So the name is like absolutely perfect,
isn't it? My buddy has a fun name as he's going to start packing these in the next year. I'm not going to say anything yet because I don't want to give it away. But there's going to be some cool brands coming out, I think, with this guy right here. What's cool about this is you can literally, as my friend Gabe Aloisi says on the Let's Play Through Golf channel, is pop a top. I mean, you can literally just pop this top and it'll and you'll get the mist fly right out. So I want you to show the camera when you open it, because that's one of the cool things about it is you can literally just, mine just squirted out backwards. It just comes up like that. And look, what's crazy is you think, oh, wait, what am I going to do here? No, look.
Thanks, Nick.
We appreciate you, Nick. Look at this. Look at this beast. I mean, it comes off that easy, Maddie. When have you peeled an orange that fast? Or this is a tangerine. All right. So pop that top and let's see it. Come on. Come on, get into the boom.
Wow, that's crazy. It literally makes the sound of it like popping off.
It's popping out top.
Popping off.
And you should be able to get, look, everyone should be able to get one good solid, I would say.
Yeah.
Peel. Yeah, sorry, I was still thinking about what to say. Smell that? Oh.
Wow.
I love citrus. Everyone. You guys,
these are huge.
you
know
me,
what?
Citrus is my thing.
This is a really good lunchbox.
Oh, this is awesome.
Idea.
Look at this. You can see straight
peel.
through it, Maddie. The hole, it's a little donut hole. Okay? Little donut hole. But
they peel just like the cuties, but they're bigger.
Way better. This is way better. So, and even if you just hold it up to your ear and just, no, you can't hear the C. You gotta just.
I can hear it now.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like my friends over at Normal Citrus, that juicy crunch. But okay, but look, peel that bad girl off. Just do it.
This reminds me of your video. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
So
that's really good.
Mm.
That's really good. I'm impressed because, you know, sometimes you can get those little cuties and they're so dry.
Mm.
This is really good. You can't even talk. It's so good.
Mm.
You have to eat the whole thing. You can't split it. It's just going to leak everywhere.
Listen, my wife, we eat these almost every night when they are in season. Like, this is my number one. And number two is the I love myself a navel orange from California. That's my number two. But it's like, if these are in season, we have these, and I'll be sitting there and I'll be eating, and my wife Renee will look at me and go, "Hey," she'll like, "Where's my half?" And I'm like, I'll go open another one.
Oh my gosh. You definitely can't just take a bite of it. Like, you have to, and these things are really big. Like, it's super big.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah. It's really big.
And it explodes with flavor in your mouth, everyone. It explodes. You gotta be careful.
It's good.
I'm
not mad. This might be my favorite.
Listen, these guys at the sumo department, they're gonna love us. They're gonna love me because I think I could have bought half their stock at Publix by now. and John Greene probably hauls these. So that's what's even funnier.
For sure.
So, all right.
Definitely.
So listen, I love the conversation today. I loved your idea about trying some green fruit. I had to have you try the sumo, the tangerine before, or the Deco Palm tangerine before it was out, before the season was out. I thought it was a great idea. Listen, Maddie, got to ask you, if anybody wants to get a hold of John Greene Logistics, get yourself or find you, where can they do that at?
Okay, everyone, listen up. We are on all social media. So we're on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. We're on everything. You can our handle for all of those, or usernames, are JGLC. On Facebook, it's John Greene Logistics Company. And then we also have our transport side. So that is Greene Transport Company. We're on every single one. You can message me, and I'm the one you will get.
Awesome.
So find us on there and follow us.
Yeah, you have to check out all of their social media. Like, subscribe. The same with the Produce Industry Show. Please like and subscribe where you're seeing this now, whether it's on YouTube or on Facebook. We've got a lot of cool videos coming down the pipeline. We've got Citrus America. We've got Golden Star Citrus. We've got this wicked sweet onion that we didn't try today from my buddy Shay at Hawaii Produce. We got some cool things coming on the Produce Industry Show, as well as the Produce Industry Podcast. Maddie, thank you so much for coming today during sponsorship month, and we'll catch you next month on the podcast.
You will. Hey, don't forget.
Oh, that's right, everyone. And I did have to do a closing. I was going to do a closing after this, so Maddie just kind of reminded me because she wanted to stay on. That's really what it was. So, all right, the contest. Let's go to the contest. Maddie, how are we going to go about doing this? I've had a few people in the chat. I'm not going to name their names off the bat. We've got about 3-4 4 people that are in the chat that have commented and just said hello. How are we? How many people did we have on LinkedIn and or Facebook? And do we want to do the giveaway live?
I have some already ready to go. I can throw their names on there. It's up to you.
All right.
But I'm ready to do it.
I say we do it as well. So the people that we have, we also said obviously Niels Goldschmidt. We put him in the hat. I'll call out a couple other that I see. We have. Let's see. Hold on. We actually had Restream, the platform. We had Hannah Cleveland.
She works with us.
So you gotta love that though. You gotta love that. And I think we have another. Might work for John Greene, but
yeah, he does. That's Yannick.
All right. Well, at least we have some people. So, okay. So you've got the people. We've entered. Why don't we go ahead and how we're going to do this? We're going to draw from a hat. Oh, the basket. We actually. How many did we have?
Prepared.
Total.
How many?
Yes. Guess.
Like there was like 12.
12.
So
is awesome.
Yeah, and I did add in the harvest snaps and like the sumo and the Brooks, the tropical produce or whatever. I added them in, so they may just be a random surprise. Which one's that?
This is Brooks Tropical.
Yeah, they're in here.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we got to get a hold of those people.
I know. I am not looking. We have the winner, and I believe this one was on LinkedIn, but if not, I'll find you. But I'm pretty sure Cassandra Wilcoxon, you are the winner. But I think she's on our LinkedIn.
On LinkedIn, so we'll reach out. We'll post the winner on LinkedIn. We will post the winner on the Produce Industry Podcast, as well as John Greene Logistics and Greene Transport. We post the winner to the Yeti cup and the squishy. I love my Yeti cup. It's green. Look, it's a great color.
Yeah, it's like teal.
Same as the Jeep. All right, everyone. Thank you so much, Maddie. Thanks for joining today. Thank you for having the giveaway. And again, thank you for joining our second live stream here at the Produce Industry Podcast and Show.
Thank you for having me, and I'll see you in Orlando.
See you in Orlando, April 6th through the 8th.
Yes.
All right, everyone. That was Maddie Fisher and Michael Fernandez from John Greene Logistics Company. All of this produce that I was able to try today, the harvest snaps, the fresh okra, the tropical avocados was completely awesome. I also had my Deco Palm, the Sumo brand, tangerine. I brought some strawberries just in case I needed to cleanse the palate. But everyone, thank you so much for joining the Produce Industry Podcast. We will see you in the fields and on the horizon.